Saying goodbye now to the Queen. A short time ago, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his wife were seen paying their respects to Queen Elizabeth. And this is a live look right now as she lies in state at Westminster Hall in London. CBS 2, as the UK says farewell to the Queen, they are also welcoming a new sovereign. CBS 2's Kristine Johnson is live in London with more on the new king. Kristine?
Andrea, King Charles may be better prepared to take over this sovereignty more than any other sovereign before him. He had a front row seat to the longest reign in history, and he was certainly paying close attention. We're taking a closer look now at the new monarchy and what it will look like with King Charles in charge.
I shall endeavor to serve you with loyalty, respect, and love, as I have throughout my life.
Unlike his mother, King Charles has been the heir to the throne since birth. Now 73 years old, those who know him believe it will be a smooth transition.
Those that maybe haven't spent a lot of time thinking about him catching up to where he's actually been for many years. And I think we've already seen a little bit of that over the last few days.
Julian Payne worked closely with the sovereign, then the Prince of Wales, for 6 years. He says we saw a glimpse of the true king when he greeted crowds outside Buckingham Palace just hours after the Queen's death.
It's a mark of the man. He put the people before the politicians who were waiting inside the palace. He is someone who connects with people very well. It's one of the things that I've observed so many times when I was out in public with him, his ability to make each person that he's talking to feel incredibly special.
He has mentioned his mother in every speech, how much he loved her, how much she taught him. I mean, I feel as though that is his North Star. Will that continue to be his North Star in his reign?
So I think he will be inspired by his mother, but in many ways he'll be inspired by the dozens of those kings and queens that have gone before as well. You know, he has a long list of reference points going back many, many hundreds of years.
Payne says King Charles will streamline duties within the royal family and staff, a way to alleviate taxpayer burden in the Commonwealth. And will we see that happen organically, or will it be day one?
I think that you'll see it pretty swiftly. I don't know that it will ever be sort of announced as a series of sort of tick cross, the following people made the squad, the following people did not. But I don't think that it will be something that they will just start to think about now.
And Charles is the longest serving heir apparent in British royal history. At the age of 73, he is the oldest person now to assume the throne, Andrea.
And Kristine, you've been in London obviously all this week. Everyone knew that Charles would eventually become king, but now that it's a reality, how are the British adjusting to even just saying King Charles? We're not used to that.
No, and we're all adjusting to it. I don't actually feel so bad. I've said Prince Charles several times in the past week that we've been here, but people here are also saying it as well. So we're getting used to saying King Charles. But you know, just like in America, Andrea, there are some economic issues here. They have a high inflation rate of about over 10%. The pound is at its lowest level when it comes to the exchange rate in decades. So there are going to be some real issues that I'm sure that he will help to navigate. Of course, he doesn't have any say in Parliament, but he does serve as head of state here. And he will continue to carry on in all of his charity roles and assume his new position. But I think for now, during this national mourning period, people are really respecting that he is their new monarch and giving him time to just monitor, or excuse me, to mourn his mother.
And what about Camilla, his wife? Obviously, a lot of history, a lot of headlines through the years about Camilla. What's been the reception from the British about the new Queen consort?
A very respectful one. You know, Charles and Camilla, King Charles, I guess I should say, and the Queen consort, to be proper, they've been married now for 17 years. Of course, there is a storied past there, and we'll get more into that here in the coming hour, later at 10:30 today. But I think it's a very respectful sort of acceptance at this point in time. As far as the media goes, the coverage that I've been seeing this past week, also very respectful, and just looking at her her and their relationship more as they were meant to be together. They're best friends. She is a great support system for him, and you can clearly see that when they're together during these very solemn events that they must attend.
CBS 2's Kristine Johnson live in London. We'll check back in with you next half hour. Kristine, thank you. And Kristine and Ali Bauman will have live reports throughout the day and the coming days from London. We also have more on all of the ceremonies and the life of Queen Elizabeth on our website, cbsnewyork.com.